You! What the hell are you fooling around here?
Hey everyone, and welcome to razorsedgegames.org. Today we're looking at a title that I just picked up. This was not a key. I actually bought this. This is a developing company. It's a small indie studio. Well, they're not that, I don't think they're that small, but they're based out of Prague. And they are indie. I don't think anybody really knows that. The game plays, it does have some bugs. It's definitely worth your wish list. Now, I probably won't do a let's play for this, but I definitely wanted to bring it to your attention that the beauty of this game, the interesting, unique swordplay, and the depth of the characters. So I'm going to go real quick into the settings. And you can, I mean, it does support multi-language. You can do subtitles, turn them on and off. Graphic settings, you can set it up Windows borderless. Actually, I'm going to set that full screen. You can do all the way up to ultra high, which we'll go ahead and do. Why not? And let's confirm that. All right. So not a lot of difference here, but definitely you'll see it in the game. There's some advanced you can tweak in there, but it's automatically going to do that. I like the LOD distance. Let's go back here. It does support the eye tracker if you have one of those devices. Could come in handy for horseback combat. A lot of different features. I am just starting to get involved in this game. I've seen some people with 35 plus hours. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump in and just kind of walk around and show you. So where I'm at in the story, I've actually just, I think it turned on motion blur. I hate motion blur. Where would that be? Sorry about that. I don't see it. Tug on it. Yeah. Blur, 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 blur. Yeah. Off. Thank you. I don't know why anyone honestly would enjoy that. All right, so I'm gonna be quiet for a minute. I want to let you hear the ambient sounds. Oops, I'm in a private area. Now the story begins, your town is, and the reason I'm wobbling is because I got shot with an arrow. So here's your inventory system. Basically these are the items that I have, and I'm hungry right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and eat, and that should fix that. You've got a map here. Now the city that I start in, I don't want to spoil too much of the story, but basically it gets destroyed and your parents get killed. And that's really where it starts out. You're sent off on a horse to the next town. And that's really where I'm at right now. It does have fast travel, which is really nice. Here's the player abilities. Now, these actually go up with what you do. So they're based on conversation decisions and practice. So as you can see, you'll see in the story, there's a few opportunities and side quests. You can get into some fist fights. There's a sword play, so that's how I got a point in that from a trainer. Here's your quest log. You've got the main line, which is run. That's really where I'm at right now. So I've eaten and I'm still hungry. That's great. And I need sleep. Alright, we can probably go find a bowl of lentil soup. That seems to be the common meal. Let's see, where's my bed? So they just took me in this castle. There we go.
Get the hell out of here. There's nothing here for you.
Huh, I guess I'm not getting any rest.
What part didn't you understand?
I'm out. See ya.
I feel quite hungry.
Yeah, me too. Alright, if it says lockpick, that's probably not for me. I got no time to lose. So I really can't go to sleep right now. Let's see if we can find our way down. Look at the particle effects. This is on the Cryon engine. I'm always in a private area. And there's lock picking. I mean, there's just a lot of different features in the game. I think I'm going in circles.
Oh, damn.
But I like the fact that it's first person. Now I did get a sword. I'm not going to tell you how, I don't want to spoil that for you. But
hey,
you will get a sword.
Watch it! Lout!
Lout. Alright. I don't know where my horse went. I rode in on one. So hopefully there's no cussing. I mean, this is adult. I always laugh, but that's just what it recommends. It's for blood. I haven't really seen anything, beheadings or anything like that that would deem that necessary, but it is what it is. But there is some language in this, but I mean, who cares?
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach.
That's what I'm talking about.
I heard about your father.
What? What the?
I can't understand why he'd waste his talents, but I'm sure he had his reasons. He had a fine reputation. It's a great loss.
Listen to the sound changes indoors.
Sir Divish has suffered his own share of woes, but he's a generous man and a good one. We'll take care of you until everything blows over. You risked your life to warn us, and we won't forget it.
Darn right I did. Alright, let's go see if we can learn kitchens.
Ah, milady. You are fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bojena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes. Thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, ma'am.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Pater noster, qui es in celis, sanctificetur nomen tuum, veniat regnum tuum.
You're that lad from Skalitz. What in heaven's name happened there? I'm sorry about what happened to you, but it's no excuse for rudeness.
Be a bit more careful.
So as you can see, you can drop things into a pot. You do learn cooking. There's several skills to this game. Crafting. I guess they took the horse away in the storyline. So I need to go find my the bed that I was provided. And quests are mapped, so if you see at the top, there's your indicators. It makes it nice to follow your quest lines. So I assume one of these rooms is mine. Alright, let me find my bed real quick. We'll pass some time. I have been fed. I ate from a lentil bowl, and we'll move on. Just to point out, the graphics from this game are gorgeous. I mean, just looking out the window. You do have a crouch ability for sneaking. So these are what I was talking about, points. When you're in dialogue with a character, each of these symbols is a skill. So depending on your answer is what goes up. And we've been working on strength.
Sigismund's army appeared out of nowhere. There were so many of them, not just infantry, but cavalry too. Those foreign mercenaries with their strange helmets and the souls of beasts.
Heavens above!
They began murdering. They cut down anyone who didn't flee to the castle and destroyed everything in their path. The terrible cries of the wounded and the dying, I'll never forget it. It was only by some miracle I managed to take one of their horses and ride here.
My God, what times we live in. All the saints in heaven must have been watching over you to keep you alive. But don't fret, lad. You're safe here now.
This bed is probably taken. I'm supposed to go and sleep in the chamber.
Oh! Watch where you're going!
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands. A fellow by the name of Kunesh owed money to Father, who sent me to collect it from him. Only Kunesh had no intention of paying. It got a bit heated, as often happens when there's money involved, but Kunesh still wouldn't cough up the coin. Father was too generous for his own good, letting even a scoundrel like that buy on credit.
Oh.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig. The sword was taking shape when Sir Radzig himself came to have a look at it. He praised Father's work and said that with his smithing skills, he could easily make a living in Prague or Vienna.
You don't say.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. I saw smoke on the horizon from a village Sigismund pillaged on the way to our town, which was soon to meet the same fate.
God have mercy.
And then death descended on Skalitz. I looked towards the tavern and saw a group of Cumans chasing down my Bianca and murdering her for sport. There was nothing I could do to help her.
You mustn't blame yourself. She's with the Lord now.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I wanted to help her. God knows I wanted to, but even though I had the sword we made for Sir Radzig, they had me outnumbered and they were well armed too. I only just managed to grab one of their horses and ride off. I couldn't help her any more than I could have helped my parents.
It wasn't your fault.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
Oh, you poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years? And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Hey! You've no business here. Clear off or you'll be sorry. What was that?
Sigismund's hired himself a mob of foreign mercenaries. They don't know this country like we do. We could hide out somewhere until it blows over.
Maybe. Only all they have to do the worst. But don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my commands, and all will end well.
Hey, you men down there. Tell the people outside the walls to prepare for attack. Quickly, do you understand?
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Jivish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Halt! Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robert?
Sir Radzig. What a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir. He is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir...
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! It's only a short way to right there now.
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrols. Sort out the watches between you as always. And if I catch anyone boozing, playing dice, or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body. I want you to keep a close eye on everything nearby. Sigismund will surely have sent spies, and likely men as well, to follow the Skalitz people, now he knows they've fled. Keep your eyes peeled, and report everything to me at once. Understood?
Be a bit more careful. What?
Henry, I need to have a word with you.
Damn!
Okay, so I think you've got a good feel for just how much dialogue and depth in the story and in this game. I can see hours of enjoyment.
Henry, I need to have a word with you.
And just how interactive everything is. It's a great game. It definitely has some issues and polish, but I'll tell you, the vast content in this game just definitely outweighs the negative. So,
Henry, I need to have a word with you.
while I talk to him, I'm going to end this episode. So hopefully you enjoy a peek at what this game has to offer. And I will show you some swordplay, maybe another couple of videos just as the adventure progresses. But I really wanted you to get a sneak peek
Henry,
of
I need to have a word with you.
just how much interaction and ability, what the game has to offer. And it's indie. I mean, I can't stress that enough. It is an indie game. So it's just amazing. So my hat's off to the dev team. I hope they continue to work out the issues and the patches. And
I need to have a word
I'm going to enjoy this. So thank you for watching. If you watched the whole episode, I appreciate it. Feel free to leave a comment if you like the channel. Hit subscribe. I mean, I definitely enjoy and appreciate those in the comments and the feedback. So you guys take care. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed playing. And thank you. So anyway, this is Razor from razorsedgegames.org. Feel free to drop by the webpage. It is 100% indie development game from Pixel, roguelike games, just about everything under the sun that's indie. So this is the extreme of the great development of an indie game. And we cover games all the way down to first-time developers. So, and we also cover media. If you have a channel and you cover indie games, I'd like to have you on my page. Gives you an opportunity to meet developers, interact with them, and potentially cover their games more than I can. So, actually, that's it. Take care, and thank you. I'm serious. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I'll see you when I see you.